Welcome to the Abundant Awakening. Today we're going to take a look at inner healing, reclaiming yourself after trauma. So your homework was to write your story, and today I'm going to break down healing processes that will start, and we're going to go from childhood up to about age 13. We need to review and heal from the most distant to present to understand how our past experiences contribute to developing our current self. Childhood trauma changes how we see ourselves, our worth, and the world, and how we deal with our daily life. These techniques I'm going to outline for you will create a gentle space for you to understand what happened, honor your resilience, and begin to heal with compassion. Do it at your own pace because healing is not linear. So what exactly is childhood trauma? It's an experience that overwhelms a child's ability to cope. It can be just one thing like a loss, or it can be ongoing like neglect and abuse. I have a list here I'm going to read off, and of course most of these can go beyond age 13, or maybe they didn't even take place. But here's some. So we have physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, neglect, witnessing violence, parental abandonment or divorce, loss of a loved one, substance abuse in the home, bullying, medical trauma, whether on self or a family member, poverty or homelessness. Like I said, that's just a few. So understanding how trauma affects us helps us to address certain behaviors. So nervous system dysregulation is the fight, flight, freeze mode. Difficulty with trust, self-worth, and boundaries, emotional triggers, anxiety, shame, and dissociation. There are many techniques, and some which do require a qualified practitioner, but we'll go over these techniques and how you can use some of them still at home. Journaling. You want to identify emotions you felt, reactions you had, and how you coped. Your relationship with individuals then and now, write them down. As time goes on, you can review your progress, current relationships with each part, and how or if you've healed from within. So first we're going to go to somatic experiencing. So this is SE. SE is a therapy developed by Dr. Peter Levine. It focuses on helping people release trauma that is stuck in their body, especially in the nervous system. When something traumatic happens, the body prepares to fight, flee, or freeze. If the body doesn't get the chance to complete the stress response, the energy gets stuck, leading to anxiety, chronic tension, dissociation, and sometimes illness. SE helps the body finish what it couldn't do during the trauma in a safe, slow, and controlled way. So the core principles, the body remembers. Trauma isn't just stored in thoughts, it lives in your muscles, fascia, breath, and nervous system. Completion of survival responses is important for healing. So instead of reliving the trauma, SE guides you to feel and release the leftover energy from the fight, flight, and freeze response. SE doesn't flood you with overwhelming emotion. It works in small, manageable doses of sensation so that your body stays safe and grounded. You'll gently move between feeling safe or neutral, exploring body sensation, emotion related to trauma. This back and forth helps the nervous system reset. So what happens in a session? The practitioner may ask you to sit or lie down, and they'll ask, what are you noticing in your body right now? Where do you feel that tension sensation most? You don't have to tell them the full trauma story. You might notice your temperature, tingling, heaviness, or tightness. You start shaking, sighing, crying, and this is signs of the nervous system release. You may be guided to breath, stretch, or move gently. So examples of SE release. So a symptom would be like a tight chest, and the root of that is suppressed fear or grief. So SE helps by releasing tension and breath, allowing emotion. Numbness. The root of that is the freeze response, and SE helps by slowly bringing sensation back. Hypervigilance. The root is the fight, flight you're stuck on. SE helps by grounding into safety and discharging energy. Chronic pain. The root of that is your health, survival, stress. SE helps by body awareness, gentle movement, and nervous system reset. These are some at-home practices you can actually try. So grounding touch, Place your hand on your chest or your belly and say, I am here, I'm safe right now. Walk bare feet in the grass, touch a tree, do gardening. You can check out a previous video that I did on Energy Explained for more information. You can do orienting, which is you look around a room slowly. Let your eyes land on something pleasant or neutral. This tells your brain there's no threat here. Gentle movement, roll your shoulders, sway your body, stretch slowly. Let your body express what it needs. Free movement dance is really good for this as well. Vocalizing or humming stimulates the vagus nerve, which is calming, and it helps release frozen energy. Somatic writing prompts. What sensations do I feel in my body right now? What emotion might be connected with that? So it's important to remember SE is very gentle, but it's powerful, and it's ideal for trauma survivors who may be overwhelmed by traditional talk therapy. You can work with a certified SE practitioner or just start slowly with self-care. Another is narrative therapy. This one is the talk therapy, and it helps you separate yourself from the problems and rewrite your story in a way that reflects your strength and values. It's based on the idea that we understand our lives through the stories we tell ourselves, and that trauma often shapes stories that are rooted in shame, powerlessness, or pain. Narrative therapy shifts the story from I'm broken because of what happened to me to I've survived unimaginable things and I'm still here. You are not the problem. The problem is the problem. So instead of saying, I am anxious, you might say, anxiety has been influencing me lately. This creates space between you and the issue, making it feel less defining and more manageable. Externalization. You give the problem a name or identify, for example, the inner critic that says, I'm not enough, the shame voice that keeps me quiet, the protector that pushes people away. Naming the problem helps you relate to it differently, even negotiate with it rather than to be controlled by it. The goal here is to rewrite your story. So you begin to explore what parts of your story have been left out. What moments of strength, resilience, or survival were overlooked? What kind of future story do you want to write? I'm not a victim. Instead of a single trauma-dominated narrative, you explore your values, the times you acted with courage, when you cared for someone, moments you held on to hope. These preferred stories become anchors of self-identity. Narrative therapy in practice, what a practitioner would do is, what was it like for you during that time? What did you do to get through it? What would your younger self want to say now? Who are you becoming now? You might write letters and create timeline, draw life maps, or explore a metaphor and symbol to retell your story. So here's some tools and prompts for you in your journaling. What message did I receive about love as a child? What beliefs did I form about myself? What is the story I've been telling myself about who I am? What was stolen from me that I am now reclaiming? What parts of my voice were silenced, and how do I speak now? What did I do to survive, even if I know no one saw it? What would I write in chapter 1 of my healing story? So letter writing. It's excellent for letting go. Write a letter from your past self to your present self. And write a letter to your younger self. Write a compassionate message to the child you once were. What do they need to hear? Safe place visualization. Draw or describe a space where your inner child feels completely safe. Some inner child affirmations. I don't deserve what happened. I am lovable and worthy of care. I don't have to carry this anymore. To someone who hurt you, you don't have to send it. You can write a letter about your trauma, reclaiming your power. These are all private for you to keep. It's just getting your emotions and thoughts on paper. So a letter that you might send from your future self, offering guidance to your younger self, might sound like this. Dear younger me, I see you. I know how much pain you've carried and how many times you've questioned your worth, your strength, your ability to heal. I'm here. The you that made it through. The you that is brave, whole, not broken, that learned to love, trust, get back time after time, get up and breathe and feel free. You didn't deserve what happened to you. It wasn't your fault. You do deserve to heal, to feel safe, to experience joy and love, not just survive. There will be days when the old wounds cause pain, make you uncomfortable. But with every breath, every journal entry, every kind word to self, within you, you are developing something graceful and stronger than before. Keep going. I'm waiting for you. And with open arms and a heart that forgives, with love and gratitude, your future self. So write yourself a letter to your younger self. Also, there's another narrative therapy. It reconnects you to the core self, not just your wounds. So it helps restructure your identity based on your values, not your pain or being a victim. You reclaim being the author over your life. Your story is yours to write, no one else's. Reclaim your voice and rewrite that story. It is deeply healing. So some of your narrative shifts may sound like this. I was just a messed up kid. And now you say, I was a child doing the best I could in a chaotic environment. No one cared about me. You shift that to, I longed for connection and I still carry the strength to seek it now. I'm damaged. And now you say, I carry scars, but I'm not broken. I am healing, growing, becoming. You are the one who can make the change for you. Another is expressive arts therapy, which uses movement to music, playing an instrument like drumming, drawing, painting, beadwork, anything creative to express suppressed emotions. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just let your emotions come out. Cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, it identifies and reworks trauma-based thought patterns, like I'm not safe. So CBT helps change negative thought patterns and behaviors by identifying distortions and replacing them with realistic supportive thoughts. So it's some of the disorders are an all or nothing thinking of, if I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. Catastrophically thinking, something bad will definitely happen. And the personalization, it's all my fault. Journal daily in the morning. Write down 5 things you are grateful for. A good night's sleep, the sun, the scent of my morning coffee, your partner, children. Set your day on a positive note. It's going to be a great day today. And when you get home from whatever you're doing, before bed, you review your day, your thoughts, your emotions, your events. What triggered a negative thought or an outburst, an emotion, a reaction? Visualize that same event with a positive reaction and play that through in your mind as though that's what actually happened. This will rewrite in your brain and lessen those emotions every time you take that pause, and you will remember the positive reaction that you are looking for. Practice catch the thought. Is it true? What's another way to see it? Affirm your truth. Is this feeling valid? But it doesn't define me. Remember, journaling helps you get your feelings and emotions out of your head. You can look back and identify areas that were painful and work on those events to resolve the emotion one by one. It's too hard to attack everything at once. But in closing, I took advantage of the universal energies and my intention to share the knowledge and experiences with you. So within astrology, each phase of the moon is a window for a different course of action. So the full moons are times for release and new moons are times for planning. So I created this content on July 25th, 25, which was the new moon in Leo. So in numerology, this date is 777, and it is believed to be the 777 portal, which is a metaphorical opening of an opportunity related to new moon's energy for attracting abundance and wealth. The new moon in Leo on this date is considered a potent time for setting intentions related to prosperity and manifesting wealth. It is an excellent time for manifesting, and we usually have a few days to still work on this. And remember, July and August are the 2 months that whatever we move forward on, starting February 2026, that will be the energy you're carrying for the next 2 to 7 years. Take advantage of it. Arigato. Namaste.